It has been 6 days since I've last used any social media, and I'm going to continue this challenge until February. At the beginning of this year, I decided to delete all my social media apps from my phone and not go on social media for an entire month to see what it would do with my time, with my mental health, with the hobbies that I really want to, pick up again, and especially with the amount of books that I can read, because I've noticed in the past few months how much time I spent scrolling, especially doom scrolling Instagram and TikTok, and how many books I could have read during that time. Reading is one of my favorite hobbies, but I just noticed that it's not happening as much, and I'm constantly in a bad reading mood, and then I go on my phone. Maybe if I should just pick up a new book and see if I like that one more instead of going on my phone. I thought it would be a good idea to do a social media detox, and boy have I noticed a difference already. It is currently the 6th of January and I have already finished 3 books. I will talk about the books a little bit later on, but I thought I would also tell you about some other hobbies that I really just want to, get back into or start. A new hobby is coloring, because I got this one for Christmas. I put this one on my wish list because, of course, I saw it everywhere on TikTok. If I didn't have TikTok, I wouldn't know about this coloring book. So maybe it was good for something. But okay, this is absolutely adorable. It's one of these coloring books with really so cute. And I've made a few. I'm working on one that's one of my favorites. The old bookshop. And what I love is that people really use shadows to create a lot of depth in these illustrations. For example, I made this one, and I just think it is very, very fun to do these illustrations. So this is one of the hobbies that I really want to do some more of. Also, I would love to play some more on my Nintendo Switch. I haven't played on this thing in so long, and I'm just excited to get back into Dreamlight Valley, Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's such a cute game. It makes you just very happy. It's kind of a mix between Animal Crossing, The Sims. Yeah, basically like that. It's just incredibly cute with lots of Disney characters, and you can do many fun challenges. And then also for this week, I thought I would show you the books that I've already finished, because maybe next week I can focus on another hobby, crocheting, for example, because I have been doing quite a bit of crocheting a few months ago, but then it just stopped again. So I think maybe next week I will focus a bit more on some other hobbies, but this month, this week, definitely reading. So the 3 books that I've already finished this year are Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, a very interesting and cool gothic romantic tale that I really enjoyed. It definitely took me a very long time to read, but I enjoyed it lots, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Then a book that I loved and I literally read in 2 days is Eliza Clark's newest book. This is called She's Always Hungry, and Eliza Clark also wrote Boy Parts and Penance, which I both absolutely loved. This is a short story collection, and if you've read any of Eliza Clark's books, you know that her stories can be quite disturbing and gory and a bit messed up at times, and this is full of short stories that are like that, but then times 10. This was not okay, but in a good way. I highly recommend this book, but lots of trigger warnings. There's an entire content guide at the end of this book where it tells you about every single story, what it's about, which I really appreciate. But yeah, this one was so good, but just ugh. It gave me the creeps. I also read The Wishing Game, which was such a beautiful book. It was the first book I finished this year, and it was a 5-star read. It's about a girl who is kind of really obsessed with these beautiful children's books by this children's book author, and after years and years and years, he is going to release a new book, but there will only be 1 copy, and people need to kind of do a competition to win that 1 copy, and our main character needs to win that copy for particular reasons. So it was really about family and what you are willing to do for that family, and just it was very magical. I loved it so much, so I gave that one 5 out of 5 stars. And the book that I'm currently reading, I'm actually reading 2. I'm physically reading Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I got this one for Christmas, and it's just one of these classics that I'd never read before. So I'm reading this one. Only read a really small part, but one of these classics. And I'm listening to The Safekeep by Elle van der Woude. This is a literary fiction about a girl who lives in this big house in the Netherlands in the 1960s after the war. It's about her brother's girlfriend who comes to live with them, but the relationship between the main character, the girl, and the brother's girlfriend, her sister-in-law, is a bit interesting. That's all I want to say about it. But I'm listening to that one and I'm about 10% of the way through, so we'll see how that's going to go. But the fact that I've already finished 3 books within a week is just crazy. I can already feel how much extra time I'm having with not going on my phone and not going on social media. And let me tell you, this is so easy. I really thought it was going to be much more difficult to not go on social media, and I really thought that I would feel like, oh my god, I need to go on Instagram and I need to see what everyone is doing. And for the first 2 days, I did definitely have a couple of these moments where I was like, I'm having kind of FOMO to see what people are doing online. But then that just disappeared. I'm honestly not even bothered by it anymore that I can't go on it. It's giving me quite a lot of rest. So I'm loving it. I've noticed that my screen time is going down and I'm just reading so much more. It really, like, whenever I have a moment for myself, when I'm on the sofa, the first 2 days I was just like, okay. I felt a little bit uneasy and just like, I don't know what to do with myself. But now that has completely disappeared. So after 6 days, let me even say like after 3 or 4 days, I already got used to it. So I'm already recommending this challenge so much. Of course, we've only done 6 days. I'm going to do the full like month, so 31 days. But I feel like it's going to go very easy. So I'll be keeping you updated in these vlogs. This will be my week 1 update. And in week 3, I will actually be in Ireland for the entire week. And that's going to be quite interesting because normally whenever I go on holiday, I would I love to share about it on Instagram. And now I'm just not going to be doing that. So I feel like maybe I will be much more in the moment when I'm there, which is a very, very good thing. So I'm excited how that is going to go. And also yesterday I went to the cinema, and normally whenever I go to the cinema, I post about it on my Instagram, like, oh my god, this is what the film was about and this is what I thought of it. And now I didn't. I went to see Nosferatu, a kind of Dracula inspired horror movie. Let me tell you, I hate horror movies. They always give me nightmares. But I thought, okay, I will go to see a horror movie once, and if I'm scared, I will close my eyes. And honestly, the first 5 minutes I was already just like, what am I doing here? I want to leave because I hate like jump scares. They give me the creeps. I hate creepy people in films. They just give me nightmares. So I closed my eyes lots of times, but then at the end of the film, I kind of caught a glimpse of the creepiness sometimes when I accidentally looked up, you know? And then I just started thinking in my head like, oh my god, they did that makeup so well, or oh my god, what a brilliant way to have filmed this, or oh, look at the outfit. So I kind of tried to make it a bit more funny in my head so that I didn't get scared, and luckily that worked. Oh well, let me know in the comments if you have ever seen that film. It's in cinemas right now, but I thought the cast was pretty freaking good, so I quite enjoyed it. Who am I? Am I turning into a horror film girl? I don't know, like this is also quite horror-ish, but with films it's much more like visual, and with these things I can kind of visualize it in my head, but it's not so real compared to like seeing a film. So that is why I'm definitely okay with reading these type of books, which are also quite, well, they're not necessarily scary, but just this is pretty gory. But yeah, I thought that Nosferatu was quite scary and I didn't really enjoy the jump scares, but apart from that, the story was actually pretty good and very something that I would read. So I think I might see if I can find a secondhand copy of Dracula online so I can read it. This was an incredibly long intro to this vlog, but I will keep you updated on my reading, if I'm doing any fun like extra hobby activities, and I really hope that you're enjoying these videos. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done one of these challenges before, if you want to do one of these like social media detox challenges. I'm already telling you, do it. It feels so good. But it is a Monday, I just need to do lots of work, and I'm working at home for half the day, and then I'm going to the Swan Market store in Delft where I sell my products. And normally when I'm in the store, and it can be quite quiet on a Monday, it's a Monday, if there are like hardly any customers, I'm sometimes sneakily going on my phone to check social media, and now I can't. So what I will do is I will just take my book with me, and if I have got some time to read, I will just pick up my book. Okay, thank you for watching this incredibly long intro. I will keep you updated and enjoy the video. It is a Wednesday evening, 1 week exactly after deleting social media. It's still going so incredibly well. And tonight I have an entire evening to myself. It is currently 6:30, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make some dinner, just a very simple tuna salad, because I'm going on holiday on Monday, so I basically just need to eat as much food that I've got here at home. Then I think I'm just going to do some yoga, do some drawing, maybe play on my Nintendo, do some reading, and just try to honestly not go on my phone at all this evening. We'll see how this is going to go. Honestly, with my screen time as well, it is going so well. Today, I've been on my phone 1 hour and 24 minutes. Yesterday, 1 hour and 39 minutes. This is amazing. So enjoy this final part of this vlog, which will be a very cozy, phone-free, social media-free evening. I'm going to be listening to my audiobook, The Safekeep. I'm already 20% of the way through, and it is really good. I can feel the tension. It's starting to rise, and yeah, I'm very curious where this is going. So enjoy this last part of the video. Week of the challenge has officially been completed, and I'm just loving it. Yesterday evening I had such a cozy evening. As you saw, I just made some salad, I put on some ambience music on YouTube, I was playing my game, I did some yoga. I didn't end up doing any drawing, but that is because time just flew by. I read a little bit more from Wuthering Heights, but I wanted to read something a little bit quicker, because I don't know what it is with me in these type of classics. In these classics there is just lots of people going to each other's homes and talking. Not the most exciting, so I can't say I'm super into this book yet, so I wanted to kind of read something a little bit quicker. So I decided to reread this little black classic. This is Oscar Wilde's Only Dull People Are Brilliant at Breakfast, and it's basically a little book full of quotes about life and art and individualism, and it really feels like kind of crawling inside Oscar Wilde's brain. What I love about this book is that in some quotes you can really feel Oscar Wilde just thinking, oh, I'm so amazing, I'm such a genius, and I kind of love it. There are some quotes, one that I particularly liked, it says, "Nobody will waste his life in accumulating things and the symbols for things. One will live. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all." And I thought that was really something to think about. Most people exist, instead of actually living. And I feel like this is kind of what this challenge is also all about. That I'm not just existing in this social media world, scrolling, looking at other people's lives, but that I'm actually living my own life. Yeah, so I kind of like that this is what I read yesterday before I went to bed. I haven't finished it, I've read about half of it, but I feel like this is a nice way to end this first week of this challenge. I'm loving it. I can definitely continue doing this, and I will keep you updated. For next week, I will be in Ireland. So I'm going to try to film some clips in Ireland. I'm going to Dublin and I'm going to Cork, and I'm very excited to go back to Ireland because I've only been once, but that is years and years and years ago. So I hope to see you in my next vlog as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and please let me know in the comments if you ever want to do one of these challenges as well. And if you want to comment something but you don't know what to comment, make the comment section look very like beautiful nature wise. Lots of nature things, flowers, trees, to really live and to enjoy everything around us. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having a gorgeous day, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.